In this video, I'm going to cover the seeds I am starting in my area. So I'm in central North Carolina, zone 8A, formerly zone 7B, and it is March 2nd. And I'll be starting these tomorrow. Some of them, seedlings, and some of them actually in the ground. So seedling wise, I'm going to be getting my tomatoes, and the goal is I typically like to plant in this area in my central part of North Carolina to be safe from frost. I generally look for the third weekend in April. So this year, April 20th, a Saturday, I'm going to try to look at the weather. And if it looks like there's absolutely no possibility of anything dipping down into the 30s and weather looks fine, I'm going to go for that weekend. And if not, I'll do the weekend after. So if I start these tomorrow and I plant them that third weekend in April, these will be 7 weeks out. So I'm going to do my tomatoes. I've already got my peppers and eggplants 2 weeks ago because those take eggplants and peppers, even under heat mat, they take the longest to germinate. Tomatoes I find them to be very quick to germinate, especially with the heat mat. So I'm going to start my tomatoes tomorrow. I'm going to start my basil tomorrow. I'm also going to plant some milkweed this year. I'm going to start that at the same time as my basil and my tomatoes. That's going to be my seedlings. And then my in-ground stuff, I'm going to go ahead and start in the ground. Is I'm going to get some beets. These are an albino white sugar beet. Very good and very reliable. I really recommend trying it. And if you don't like beets, try this albino beet out. Really good. I'm going to try some radishes. This is just a round radish, nothing special. That's the actual variety right there. OG is just organic, but that's the variety right there. So round radish is supposed to be good for any season, and it's warm tolerant. Certain radishes really can only be grown in late summer for a fall harvest. They just will not do worth the darn if you do for spring. So always, if you do grow radishes, see what the recommended time. This is like an all-season radish. Carrot variety I have not grown before. As you can see, these were free with ordering other seeds. So I'm going to get these carrots in the ground. And I'm also going to get some lettuce. I have not grown this variety of lettuce before. This will be my first year growing it. But yeah, I'm going to get some lettuce in the ground, carrots, beets, radishes. And also in my new raised bed that I built this year, because most of it I do in-ground gardening for my raised bed that my wife wanted, is some sugar snap peas. And this is just a very generic variety. Literally, that's right there, just sugar snap seeds. Got 250 in here. And I got some inoculant for it as well, powdered inoculant to put with it to help it germinate, hopefully a little bit better. Yeah, but that is what I'm going to start for my zone, Central North Carolina. One of the things I kind of find irritating, I understand it's for clicks and stuff, is you see all these gardening channels and they kind of put out there, start these seeds now, February, start these now. Well, that's kind of silly because it's going to depend on where you live. And even like I live in zone, 8A, formerly 7B, so they changed the zone map this year. Well, just because you live in the same zone as me doesn't mean you should plant seeds the same as me. If you live in central part of North Carolina, you can kind of follow this. But zones have to do with the average low temperatures. That doesn't tell you the whole story. So you should really look for guides, either a local agriculture university. So like I have, NC State University, A&T University, some type of agriculture university, or you can look at like the Almec web, like different gardening websites, the ones where you can actually just pop in your zip code. Not like some blogs set up when you pop in your zip code or your city, and it gives you a plant guide based on that location. That's the type of stuff you really should be going with for to guide your plants, not based on, start your seeds now, February, start these seeds March, get these in the grow, 35 different seeds it's just silly because it doesn't work unless it really applies to that exact area that person is doing it. Because, like I said, just because you live in the same zone does not mean your climate is the same. It just really has to do with your low temperatures. And of course, microclimates also do exist. So, you kind of have to learn your area, over time. Anyway, this is just a guide, an idea of what I'm starting in my area, central part of North Carolina. I'm not suggesting that if you live in zone 8A or 7B that you also do this. Do what is based on your unique location, based on, like I said, an agriculture university's guide or some type of good trusted website that provides the information based on your zip code and location of when to plant things based on frost dates and stuff like that. That's really what your guide should be. Anyway, till next time, I hope y'all have a good day.